I would say we're having a nice time. I'm going to say we're going to have a very informative, interactive session to get to know more about this product that's sort of unique to Oxbridge. I was telling the parents just now, not only in Lagos, not only in Nigeria, but the whole of Africa. It's the only center that actually offers what we call the International Year 1. The International Year 1, as the name suggests, is the very first year of an undergraduate program for the cohort of universities that work with the NCUK. NCUK, as we already know, some of our children are on the International Year 1 program. Sorry, the IFY, International Foundation Year program here at Oxbridge. And therefore, we know a bit about the NCUK. It's a consortium of about 17 universities in the Midlands in the UK. And they serve as conduits, as a connection between schools and universities. So they are more like consultants to recruit students for universities. But what's special about them is that they have their own special program that's actually developed by all of the universities collectively, given to the NCUK, to give to their centers to deliver. And the beauty of the way the NCUK works is that they do audit checks randomly, periodically, just to ensure, because the programs that are being delivered are equivalent to the programs in the UK, and therefore we cannot afford to be behind in our delivery, to be substandard in any way. So to ensure that the standard is maintained on a continuous basis and is sustained in all of the centers, and I do say they don't only have a center in Nigeria or centers in Nigeria, they have in China, they have in India, they have in Ireland as well. So to sustain the quality, they do this audit for all their centers from time to time. When the whole team comes, they sit in the classrooms, they check all the records. They even sit down and have one-on-one interviews with the students to find out how the students are finding the program. They check through all portfolios, all the syllabus that's being delivered. So for me, that gave me the confidence to be able to work with the NCUK, and because I can now beat my chest and say whatever the quality of what we're delivering at Oxbridge, it is of international standard. And that's why also the Council of International British Schools would register Oxbridge as a member of COBIS. That's why we're also a member of COBIS, because the international standard is checked and approved on a regular basis. And therefore, with the NCUK, we started the International Foundation Year program, the foundation program here at the Tutorial College 12 years ago. So we're not new, we were the very first to start. And I know that I did a lot of shopping around to find partners to work with. And I know there were other places, but because of this quality assurance was where I actually settled for the NCUK. So our relationship started 12 years ago. And I'm always, the way I operate my business, that I'm always looking for things new to add on, practically on a regular basis, sometimes annually, to be one step ahead of our competitors. So that's how I met the NCUK at that time. And then in all of that discussions, I came to realize that they also have other programs. They have free masters, they have this, they used to call it the International Diploma in those days. I was also talking to the dad. So when we started, it was actually called the International Diploma. And the cohort of students who went through that International Diploma are in their final year now at universities in the UK. And will be graduating by this time next year with the graduates, by the grace of God. But people really did not understand the International Diploma. And therefore the perception, the understanding, and therefore getting the message into the community was a bit more difficult. Because you know, Unilag also has a diploma program. and that is pre-university. So people really did not. So we sat down with the NCUK as our center owners, and we had to rethink and review the name, and that's how we came about the International Year One. Because that's what it really is. It's the first year of the undergraduate program for UK universities. International because it's outside the UK. It's why it's called International Year One. It's peculiar, or it's unique to their centers all over the world, not in the UK. So it's an International Year One program. It's of the same quality because it's constantly assessed, and that's why universities will actually take students from the International Year One into their second year, all across board for the universities under the NCUK, because they are confident of the quality of what the students go through. We'll have a full presentation on what the International Year One is all about, how it's delivered, how it's assessed, the students who've been on that program, and every other thing, and the various modules that they do under the International Year One. But the confidence, because we had a discussion sometime earlier this year, and I know after that session, somebody actually walked up to me and said, is this really true? Is it really the quality that we have in the UK? Except for 2 cohorts of students, if it went through, maybe after the first cohort, we wouldn't have had any additional students. So it is true. That is one statement I want parents to internalize this morning. It is true. It happens, it happened, and it still happens. This quality of the first year is similar to the quality of the first year. In fact, the students at our own International Year One Center here have a better advantage because the numbers are very small. So they work in small groups and therefore have individual attention. And you'll see in one of the presentations, a student who came in with an average of 20%, leaving with an average of 65%, because of the attention that that student was able to obtain. So it's one that's really worth considering, because for many reasons. The child might be underage, and I was also talking to parents this morning that sometimes we rush our kids too much, so they graduate at 19. So the child might be underage. If they are going to go into the UK system, they have to be a certain age. And therefore it gives them the opportunity, the child is 16, by the time they finish their IFY, it gives them an added year to stay back and mature more. Because one of the key things we must realize as parents is that mixing a 15-year-old with adolescents, 17, 18-year-olds in the university is not socially acceptable, it's not socially supportive of the development of the 15-year-old. Because when they get to the university, they have all the freedom in the world, including alcohol, freedom of movement. They can go and nobody is monitoring, they're going out and they're coming in. They have freedom that if we do not instill in them how to handle that freedom before they actually leave, it can create a problem. And we have seen here, kids who have been to universities in the UK and have had to be back because they could not handle the freedom. When a child moves from SSC straight into the UK, the level of freedom, and I was also saying to a parent this morning, we cocoon, we tend to be overprotective of our children here. So therefore, having had all of that cocooning and protection and pampering, to now be thrown into an environment where they're more or less on their own, the only way the university judges is the percentage of attendance of lectures. You must attend 90% of your lectures. Nobody is chasing you if you don't attend, but they won't let you take the exams and you will not graduate. So those are the checks they put in place for them. But we have the opportunity through the foundation program, through the first year of International Year One here, to actually instill the discipline. That's one of the beauties of this program, to instill the discipline of how to handle the freedom into the children, into the young ones, before they actually now are released into that environment where there's a myriad of distractions, a lot of which can be negative. But at least, if they stay back for some time rather than rushing them abroad, you have the opportunity to instill the family values in them, values at Oxbridge, how to handle semi-freedom, be given some allowance of freedom, not total, so that when they then get to that environment where daddy and mommy are thousands of miles away, their banker is not around the corner to dish rocket money to them every minute. They know how to handle their new premises and with a new program. Therefore, I'd like to welcome you to this session this morning. It's interactive. Please listen carefully to the presentation. Make notes of points you want to clarify, and we are here to ensure that we support you and support your children to achieve the laurels that you would actually have in mind as planned for you. So you're welcome to this.